Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 3 of 4% Marketing. I am Rebel, and I am going to talk to you today about something. Remember yesterday where I was talking about how people put stuff out and it just doesn't make any sense and you got to learn to think for yourself. Well, this morning I was going through Twitter, and by the way, if you're not doing Twitter, you might want to take a look because I find it far less depressing than Facebook. Just my thing. Anyway, when I was looking at it, I found this article. I'm going to read you part of it because I want to make sure you get the gist of what I'm talking about. And the title is "Marketing is Dead," and in parentheses it says "and obsolete," and then it says "Long live customer loyalty." I found that quite humorous, so I had to read it to find out what the guy was talking about. And this is what he says: "Customers have seen and heard enough. People don't buy from you just because you invested in an ad. Don't focus on attracting customers if you don't have a plan to retain them. Loyalty is the new currency. Loyal and repeat customers are the ones who keep your lights on and doors open and are most likely to advocate for your brand." And then he goes into a story about Apple and so on, and there's some good quotes on here. Here's one: "Your business wins when you focus on attracting loyal customers instead of emphasizing traditional marketing." Think about that. Your business wins when you focus on attracting loyal customers instead of emphasizing traditional marketing. Maybe it's just me. What the hell does this guy think that businesses have been doing for the past, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 years? Of course you want to attract loyal customers, but guess what? You can't attract loyal customers. It's impossible. You know why? They can't be a loyal customer until they're a customer. They can't be a customer until they've seen your ad. So, people don't buy from you just because you invested in an ad. Yes, they do. Because if you don't advertise, no one's going to even know you exist. See, here's what happens. I got this written down. You have your ad, and it goes into your funnel. Okay? Regardless of what they used to call it before, whether it was direct mail, direct response, in the phone, whatever it was, you had an ad and it put people into a funnel. And a funnel is what attempts to get this customer, hopefully a hungry, targeted customer, to buy. Okay? Remember, I said last time, if they don't buy in the funnel, it's because the funnel has failed. Okay? The funnel may not have failed for any reason that is wrong with the funnel. It may just be that the guy that's coming through wasn't targeted or he wasn't hungry enough. Doesn't matter. So they come through the funnel and they buy. Then they're on your email list and they're experiencing your product. People want only two things, only two from you. And if you don't believe me, look at the stuff you buy. You want to spend your money on something that's going to solve whatever problem you bought it for, and you want the company to take care of it when it doesn't. I bought this thing, it doesn't work. Oh, well, here you go. Here's a new one. Done. Now, if you have to do that 2-3 times, you're probably not going to buy it again. But if they do it once and then it gives you years of service and they were friendly about it and every time you call them they take care of whatever's wrong, now you've got a loyal customer. But you see how all that comes after? Right, so have the ad they don't buy. Now they're on your email list and you're talking to them all the time, and eventually, hopefully, they buy. Or they decide you're not for them and they get off your email list, which is cool either way. But once they buy, again, you're down to the product and your customer service and then the emails. They keep you talking to them, and so they know who you are and they really dig you and everybody's happy. So the topic of today is get more customer using these wily ways. And I don't know if you noticed, but that's exactly what this guy is doing. He says marketing is dead, and then later on, he starts talking about how you should market. But if marketing is dead and obsolete, come to think of it, and ads don't work, long live customer, see how it's just like this kind of convoluted thing, and he starts out saying some stuff that doesn't make sense. Then he goes into the story about Apple, which is always good. Now see, your mind is somewhere else. Now you're caught up in the story, and you're listening to what he's got to say. And what he does is he starts telling you the stuff that he wanted to talk about to begin with, which is after you've got customers. So if you took this on face value, you'd look at it and say, well, I just have to keep my customers loyal. That's what I got to do. Wait a minute, I don't have any customers. But this guy's telling me they won't buy if I invest in it just because I invest in an ad. What do I do? See, it leaves you, and then it leaves you with nothing, and then brings you down to where, oh, well, I'll go through all this story and stuff, and here's something, here's this right here is excellent. Now, we're talking a little bit about copy here. News of bad customer service reaches more than twice as many ears as praise for a good service experience. This is a quote from the White House Office of Consumer Affairs. You've heard of social proof. This is better. This is authoritative proof. This is actually proving by statement of a government agency that customer service, if it's bad, twice as many people will tell as if it's good. So the whole thing about this is customer service, because if you have good customer service, you'll develop those loyal customers. But do you see how it works to distract, re-engage later on? And the first part of it, which was the headline, is designed simply to get someone to start reading that copy. Because nobody believes marketing is dead. Are you serious? Ask Joe Polish. It's not dead. Marketing is the quickest way, the quickest path to a sale. And trust me, you've got to sell. Even if it's free, you've got to sell. So everybody's happy about this new free trial funnel that's coming out. And I know what it's like. You think you just throw this thing out there in front of somebody and everyone's going to see how valuable it is and how awesome it is, and they're all going to get in. You're going to be rich. And this is not accurate. See, because you're going to have to sell that free funnel, and you're going to have to wrap yourself around the system, which wraps itself around the product, and you do all that, then it'll sell. Only if you get it in front of people who are interested in what you're talking about. That is the single most important key of anything. You can get traffic. Everyone wants to get traffic all day long. Traffic. But see, it depends on where the traffic's coming from if it's going to make a difference. So anyway, I thought this was another great example of how you can use your marketing to get people into the front of your funnel, and then funnel failing, you interact with them later in email. And you should notice a common thread, what I'm talking about. There's only 3 things you got to do to make it really big in online marketing. You have to have simple sales funnels, you have to build an email list, and then you have to email people. That's it. That is the entire business model. Everything you do on social, everything you do on your blog, everything you do in an ad, every single thing you do is designed to get someone into your funnel and onto an email list. That's all. And it goes step by step, click by click, and then you make a fortune. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is I was thinking about something where people say, oh, well, my life sucks, or this sucks, or they come into this group or another and they wonder if they made the right decision. Does this all work? And yeah, everything you've ever done has been working for somebody. You just couldn't make it work. It wasn't working for you, or you weren't working for it. However you want to look at it, it doesn't really matter. The point is, and I got this one from Joe Polish too, he calls it the jet ski story. He went out on a vacation and for a weekend, and he was going to get the chance to talk to this wealthy man who I think he was in real estate. And he finally got his chance, and he was talking to him, and he said, I've been in business in carpet cleaning for a while, and I'm not doing very well, and I was wondering if you had any tips. Is there a different area I should get into so I can make more money? And the guy says, well, hang on a second, Joe. Is there anyone in your business that's making what you consider to be a lot of money? And he says, well, yeah, there's a few companies that are making more than $1 million a year, and to me, that's a lot of money. So I'd say, yeah, they are. And the guy says, well, In that case, there's nothing wrong with the business that you're in. There's something wrong with the way you're marketing the business you're in. And until you learn what you're doing wrong in this business, you can change business and you're going to take all that with you, and you will not succeed in that business either. See, because you already know that people are making money in what you're attempting to do. Therefore, the problem is not with the business. The problem is with you. And this is an epiphany, right? Everybody wants to think that there's something wrong with whatever. It's not, because everything is working for somebody. So here's the thing. When you learn what you've got to do to market a business correctly, it's irrelevant whatever business you get in. You can run any business. The principles remain the same. So I don't care how much stuff you've been into. I don't care if you're brand new, never done anything before. It's absolutely irrelevant. What matters is you make a commitment and you say, okay, this is it. I'm staking my claim. This is where I'm going to learn what I got to learn. And it doesn't matter what it takes. I'm going to do it. And I'm starting from right here, right now. Cut myself off from everything else because I don't want to be distracted, and focus like a laser beam exactly where you want to go. That will lead you to success. It makes it so that it's just a matter of time. Okay. Oh man, this was a fun one. And tomorrow I'm going to talk more about different things you can do if you think there's nothing you've got to do. Okay, so that, I don't know what I'm going to call it, but it's going to be cool. Please leave your comments. I've been getting a couple of it really adds fuel to the fire for me. It's awesome that people are getting, I'm getting hundreds of views on these, and it's actually very satisfying. It makes it worthwhile. So I appreciate you taking the time to listen to what I had to say. I'm Rebel. This has been 4% Marketing, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out.